Gentlemen in the mix.
It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Sunday evening stream, the weekly candle close stream that will occur in 54 minutes. As you can see on the 4-hour chart above, we got some price action. If all stayed the same or higher, Bitcoin would be I mean, that would be the highest 4-hour candle close since August 2nd. Just moments ago, about 7 minutes ago, Bitcoin just painted its highest 60-minute candle close since August 2nd. So we're talking like 23-day highs. Nah, right? No big deal, but it's just a notable event. Highest price in a few weeks. So it has to start there. You know, if we're going to go even higher, you got to do something like that at some point. So, if you're looking at the channel here, you know, that supply line is not too far away at this point, 66K. If you were going to say a bearish Gartley price reversal zone, pattern completion zone, it's about $66,500. A 786 from that previous major high to the flash crash low. I'm sorry, 65.8, whatever. I thought it was 65. Yeah, it's 65.7. All right. So that is kind of like X marks the spot for, you know, wave structure completion potentially, right? In the 618 on B is kind of what tells us that, with the high or low on C. 786 on D. Now you can always get 886 Gartleys, right? We see them a lot. Which would take you to 67,740. So not too much further away until we're hitting some very real levels. Yeah, I mean, we're contained within some very real levels. This gray zone, I haven't touched this. This has been here for years. This gray zone. I'll go back all the charts, all the Bitcoin streams over years. 63,588, 64,899, it's there. And this weekend, from when Wall Street closed, okay, on Friday, that next candle, we got a rally, a violent rally up to 64.9, the top of that inflection zone, and a pullback. And then Saturday, right, at one point in the morning, we got a test of the bottom of the zone. So you just see the price action on not so significant time scales up against a level from 2021. It's very, very real. I'll just show you real quick if you want to see. Is it a joke? No, it's the candle high close and the wick. That all-time high from April 14th, 2021 before a crash. And we have just spent, how long? My God. Was it 2 weeks recapturing 57.5, 58.4? That at one time was a crazy resistance. It flipped to support. And you pretty much got the same type of price action on the other side, right? Like if you flip the chart over, this is kind of what it's looked like, right? Bitcoin rallied and then back tested the key level as support, and it was close. There was never a candle close below it, but that's what happened. I mean, right there. So that's good. Back above the 200-day simple moving average. Clearly, that's that red trend line, or that red line you can see. It's my reference moving average. It's just, you always want to be above it. You always want to be above the 50. We're back above both now. Very nice. We're above the 20. Oh my God, we're above all three major simple moving averages, the 20, 50, 200. Okay, so now it's just maybe absorption of supply, 64.9. Breaking that, we got our targets. If you take out the supply line, if you take out that harmonic pattern completion zone, price reversal zone, if you take them out, forget them, and you just look at horizontal line resistances, the next major resistance is actually 69,000. There's one time where you didn't see it, April 23rd, right? That was it. But every other time when you broke 64.9, it was immediately right up to that previous cycle all-time high, 69K, reversed, right? Recaptured, right back at it. Then they broke it. But like you can just see, recapturing, all right, right back to 69K, right? You dump, you hold a level, you run back up 69 plus K. 69 plus K, right? I mean, that's even recently, my God, man, July 19th and July 26th. Both times you pretty much made it. You're off by 500 points the first time. The second time you saw a 69K. So someone out there could be like, all right, if you keep it really, really simple, and you don't talk about parallel channels, you don't talk about Gartleys, 69K is the target above 64.9. Okay, and that's just kind of evident with price action. That's kind of how we draw our conclusion about that stuff. We can't go back in history because that was the top, right? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess 67.1 is one time from October 2021. Maybe that could play a role, but it hasn't. It clearly really had not. Not in 2024. Okay, nice. So things are like coming around, but remember, we made a higher low. That's awesome. We're now kind of making a higher high than the previous high. All right. So if wherever this rally concludes, if we make a lower high, that sucks. But if we could just pivot, making another higher low than this low from August, everything's going to be okay. We're not dead yet, man. We're not dead yet, and we're soon. I mean, this stream, based on the way the price action's going right now, we got 47 minutes and change. We could very well be seeing 64.9. The alert could be going off, which again is such an obscenely significant level. I don't know how else to tell you or show you. I hope we can break it, man. Devaluation of fiat, it would be warranted, man. Like Bitcoin's at the same price. It's lower than it was almost 3 years ago. That doesn't make sense. Like this, we need to be 80K plus at some point. If you think about three falling peaks, because we're just theory crafting here, man. We're just spitballing on a Sunday, waiting for the close. We all congregate here. It's a tradition. So we can play some Jesus chimes and just look and see where the weekly concluded, where that candle paint dried. But if you just think about like one peak, the second peak, the third peak, we got the flash crash, but ultimately buyers came in to defend. And some more optimism with a bullish back test, the key level. And it's like, wait a second, if the third peak is where we see the major resolution, maybe this is the form of resolution. Maybe it is, okay, the sellers really tried, but they failed miserably. They failed to resolve the classic distribution been ongoing for 5+ months. And that's your fake out. That's like, okay, confirmed bottom maybe. And now we have a higher low. Now we have a higher high locally. Okay. Yeah, anything above 57.5, like I'm never going to try to make calls on where we're going, but I just know like the line in the sand on Bitcoin's 57.5, 58.4, and it's been that way. And here we are. Wow, just moments later, approaching an ungodly real level. On your action screen above. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's break this thing. Go to 69K. All right, there it is, the test. Can we break this on a Sunday evening? You know it's real. You know it. It's validity. Oh, wow. US dollar to Japanese yen, new low. My God. Normally I'd be getting off the Bitcoin chart. We'd be going to other ones. But now we just have some price action. Nice price action on a Sunday evening. Okay. We'll keep our eye on it. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance. Just check it out. That had kind of been like pulling back a little. Not anymore. Like what's happening? Going for a bullish engulfing candle, going for the fifth highest daily candle close in years. Recovering, maybe putting in the highest low, just some consolidation after hitting the multi-year highs. The trend's your friend. I would think that's going to continue. Like, it's just, how are you going to fight a multi-year trend? Just like the Ethereum bros, like how are you going to fight a multi-year downtrend? Like you really just keep trying to call bottoms on Ethereum to Bitcoin? You're wrong. You've lost every single time. Every single rally is manifested into a lower high and then a lower low after. Yeah, sure, Chad. He says, am I wrong looking at Bitcoin as a descending, broadening wedge? No, you're not wrong at all. No one said anyone was wrong about descending, broadening wedge talk at all. Like people tweeted about it and even pinged me, and it's like, yes, that is a valid structure until that down sloping support is broken with like follow through, and that never happened, right? Yeah, you might have had a wick. It doesn't matter. Where the trader set it up, where the candle close was, is the most important in my opinion, and that keeps the pattern valid. So they're just talking about, let me just go to some random Bitcoin chart so I can plot it. I'll just do Wanda, I don't care. Okay, just talking about this. It's very simple. It's just, instead of using the parallel channel tool, they're saying, all right, I'm identifying a pattern. Like something like that. So it's like descending, broadening wedge. And so you're soon approaching, and whatever. Do you adjust? I don't like what you could adjust. You could do it like that. That's fine, I guess, if you want. I'm gonna do a candle close with a wick. If I get a candle close, I get a wick, I get more touches. That might make the most sense, That's pretty amazing, right? If you just anchor there, that's perfect. I mean, that might be how it's being interpreted here. So we don't have a partial decline or anything. We might have had one, but it failed. If you looked at it this way, then the target is 69,000 and change. Descending, broadening wedge, if you care. Nothing wrong with that idea. It's completely valid. So let me try to find I mean, it's all over the internet. Here you go. There, right there. Descending, broadening wedge, right? 2 down sloping, diverging trend lines. Minimum need 2 touches on both sides, right? To give you a valid trend line on each side, right? Because that's the criteria for plotting trend lines. You have to have 2 touches, not 1, obviously. Otherwise, what? It's not a trend line. So, okay. Yep. I don't know. It's such a massive consolidation structure. I don't even know. Like, do you call it that? You could. I'm just saying you're in this just period of consolidation, and some hope has been given back to us. Right, they recaptured the level. They back tested the level of support, trading above the 200 some moving average, 50-20 now. A little more upside. So all we're doing is like we're hoping for like wherever this rally, it'll conclude at some point. It might very well conclude with a lower high, right? And be like, oh, okay, or confirm the same high. We roll over. Well, all we're looking for is at some point, some higher low, and then a retest. And if we got that, then we would have ourselves a confirmed partial, well, it would be a, it would be potential partial decline, and then it would become a confirmed partial decline if we ever saw that supply line one more time. And then that means we have a 70% chance of this. So, yeah, we're in it. We've been in it a long time and hoping that we get a positive outcome from it. Mike might be, yeah, it's the gain. It's probably me just getting too close to the mic, dude. Sorry. It's probably better now. I've moved it away from my face. Let me know. All right, yeah, descending, broadening wedge, hype for that. I hope it plays out. If it does, easy to Fibonacci short term, high to low now. A 1272 fib extension is 80,600. 1414 is 84,165, and then the 1618, the gold mean ratio of this descending broadening wedge is 89,275.
If I have a kid, I am going to name them Higher Low Ray.
Higher low, yeah. Higher low. His life will always be in an uptrend. Thank you, dude. Much love, Colorado Trader. All right, so you can see, like, it's not an opinion. This level, it's not a joke. It's very real, and they just pulled it back again, as they did on Friday after the closing bell, and just moments ago, maybe 5-6 minutes ago. But yeah, still going for, I mean, if all stayed the same, we'd still be going for the highest 4-hour close in 23-ish days. So we can go to the weekly. What's weekly gonna look like, man? The monthly is really the craziness. Maybe we should get off this one. We could your weekly here. How deep did we go? We only made it like, we made like a 41% retrace from the 15.5 lows to the high. All right, I feel like I'm at a bazaar. Excuse me. Let me absolute haram. Yeah, so in 38 minutes, Bitcoin will be cementing in time a bullish engulfing candle. Very, very nice, man. It wasn't looking too hot. I mean, a bearish engulfing candle and then just indecision after. Okay, this is great, but as you can see, how great. The problem on the weekly is the fact that they broke the key level from 2021 and there was never a formal back test ever, okay, since then, until now. We are formally back testing that level as resistance for the first time since it was rebroken. So you don't want it to be like, this is it.
Hey man, could you look at $A for me? It's OTC penny stock with what looks like accumulation ongoing, maybe 3 rising valleys on the weekly chart. Also take a look at the daily too and let me know what you think. Thanks for all you do, man.
Mr. D-Dubs, thank you so much for the $20 contribution. We can certainly look at your penny stock. And if we're looking at S-Coins, we'll look at penny stocks too. Yeah. Thank you, dude. I hope it looks good. He says accumulation. All right. Let's roll the dice real quick before we... Interesting. Judas McCabe, thanks for finding me on X. Very cool. Real quick, want to give a shout out. We had renewals this weekend from people that support this 100% crowdsourced community. You never watch ads. There's nothing monetized ever. 7 years, whatever. Alexandre, thank you for joining the Patreon. Ravito, thank you for the 4 months continued support. Must be, thank you for the 9 months continued support. Georgetown Felix, thank you for the 13 months continued support. G-Dog, thanks for the freaking 20 months continued support. Wow, thank y'all. Holy crap. The support means everything. And it's because of y'all that we can keep it not monetized. We can keep it where I don't have sponsors. We just do it that way. I mean, that kind of probably stunts us with the algorithms, but does it matter? I mean, at what cost? You know, I'm staying pure for y'all, so you know where my integrity is. It's intact. I cannot be bought and paid for. All right, all about the TA, the charts. Screw the S-Coins, the scams, because they're emailing all the time. They want to pay thousands of dollars just to have their scam logo somewhere on this channel, somewhere on this base met overlay. They want it. Nah, man. No thanks. Okay. How's Bitcoin futures looking? We have a, you know, it's delayed, but should give us a, so we have an unfilled gap, unfortunately. That's going to fill. You know that's going to fill. Yeah, we're going to fill that probably this week. So that's 63,820. Beautiful channel here. See, people like descending riding wedge. Just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Descending riding wedge. It's just a channel, man. It's a form of consolidation. Fast approaching 65,550, which is the level that we just tested on spot. We probably have tested it here. It's just delayed. So, okay, yeah, not a joke. As we had filled that gap from August 2nd, we filled that on the 9th. And there are no more meaningful gaps to be filled outside of the one that was just created on this new open. Bitcoin market cap, why not? Still some upside. You know, if you're gonna go revisit the top of this channel here, more upside. I mean, it could take you to 1.35 trillion. All right, I mean, the oscillators look okay. Right, positive momentum at its highest level since late July. RSI also sitting at its highest level since late July. You are just butting up against the threshold of the bullish control zone, 60. There it is, 60, man. Can we break it? Ivan Drago, dude, I'm going to break you. All right, you've just been struggling. I mean, horridly, right? Since March, how crazy is it, right? Like, since the top, the real top, since the beginning of the consolidation, the the threshold, the bullish control zone threshold, rejected, up thrust, you know, same type of bull crap. It's like, when are we going to break it and do something like this? I mean, we're getting overbought just to get out of overbought territory, just to get overbought again, just to do it again and again, right? I mean, that's what I'm looking for. So maybe we could conclude this and break that. I'm having alerts set up, you know, why not? On the RSI, breaking that 60 mark. Interesting. Weekly on the crypto or Bitcoin market cap. Yeah, well, I mean, you're breaking the 1.212 trillion, which I think is fascinating. Just got a lot of work to do, man. Okay. So
since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Ethereum, here's Bitcoin up against resistance, the level of all levels, man. People could argue 69K is on deck if we break this. There are some other levels, right, that should be considered to be real. Ethereum's kind of a complete and utter joke compared to the Bitcoin chart. All this like intrigue and interesting developments we're talking about on Bitcoin for the past 30 minutes, you know, and here we are on Ethereum, and it's like, okay, congrats on breaking out of your little scrub joke 4-hour little range. Yeah, probably 2,900 because my Bitcoin goes up, so Ethereum goes up too. Doesn't make Ethereum great. Going for your highest weekly candle close since July 22nd. Not really that special. I think there's more upside though. Yeah, a little bit more, right? 2,900 to 3K. Wow, already, man. On the weekly, Bitcoin's RSI is breaching the bullish control zone threshold. Let's frickin' go, man. Okay, we have an ongoing attempted breakout right now, and it's not an opinion. We know this level. It's to the cent, by the way, too, on the Coinbase chart. So they're attempting to break out an enormous level. Okay, so could be insane. Might be just bullcrap, Rudy Poo. 31 minutes to go. We're back at 64.4 by close, but they're trying. They really are. What do you mean put it on the screen? It is on the screen. It's always on the screen. It's right here. Magnified, dude. Get off the drugs. And yeah, Ethereum 4-hour. Still below the 200 moving average on the 4. What? Bitcoin broke that last week. Yeah, it's just like cool, man. Like, and then we can just, you know, go to the real chart. So you can just be like, all right, yeah, it's awful. Okay. Imagine wanting to own Ethereum. Imagine being someone who's wanted to own Ethereum at all for a long time. You are like dumping. You're down almost 1% today. I mean, if all stays the same or equal, it'll be the third lowest daily candle close on Ethereum paired to Bitcoin since April 20th, 2021. Awful, man. Just garbage. Wyckoff distribution schematic. We're in phase E. We're waiting for a major markdown, meaning like Ethereum will go up, Bitcoin will go up, and Ethereum will go up too, but barely. Or Bitcoin will stay flat and Ethereum will continue to sell off. Or Bitcoin will dump and then Ethereum will dump way harder and lose way more of its value to the US dollar. So all potential outcomes with this chart, just bad. Very bad, boys.
That boy is good.
Mm-hmm. My stream deck's freezing, so... What the... What is happening? Dude!
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
All right, get wrecked, Ethereum. You're garbage. You're trash. Vitalik is beta. And that is all we have to say. Bitcoin is the king. Ethereum is a joke compared to Bitcoin in terms of performance to the US dollar. It's just a joke. Okay, cool. But BNB, not so much a joke. No, BNB is awesome on its recovery, awesome on its structure. You know, just taking a back seat today to Bitcoin. That happens, whatever. Remember, like, we're not really out of the woods. And if you want altcoins to like really start taking off again, and I'm not talking about these joke little loser scrub rallies where they all ultimately lower highs than previous highs, yeah, after their lowest low. The market participants need to gain tremendous amounts of confidence that we're good and we have a newly established or continued trend on Bitcoin. Thank you, 56K Pepe. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I just don't see, like, you know, anyone wanting to put a sizable amount of money into these altcoins that have just been devastated, hit the lowest lows since the beginning or the end of 2023. Some made all-time lows. Their trends are still intact as being downtrends. If you want that to change, you got to get way more bids on Bitcoin. We got to make a higher high at some point. We can't just do this 5+ months of lower highs, lower lows. Nope, you can't have that for a good altcoin market. You'll get a little whack-a-mole joke anomalies. Okay, that's congratulations on your casino winnings. Congrats on pulling the lever of the slot machine and it hit this time. But they don't tell you 60% of the time it doesn't hit and you always lose. So play in that. So BNB, good recovery. Weekly is gonna close. Not that spectacular, but it is nice to see it. The inflection point from history, the resistance support. They're confirming it as support, 1 and 2. It's not bad. Still a lot of negative momentum. Still just neutral in the RSI. Yeah, you're safe above 500 on BNB. Let's just go to Sol and look at its weekly. Man, they did it, didn't they? That is crazy. It looks so bad with the one high, the second high. But then the new piece of data came in and what? It was a slightly higher low than the previous low, but defending the very, very real level, right? These levels are being regarded as support now, and it's been that way since early April. So again, you're safe above 124, 130. Like you can't really be that bearish on in Solana until they break that level with fall through, and they've never done it. They haven't done it since they recaptured it in early March. It's been tested throughout the weeks. Yeah, whatever. Stop loss hunting, liquidity grabs, but completely and utterly defended. You got to really like that. So it's down 0.42% of the day. Whatever. That is just a spectacular occurrence where, like, this was the same chart as Coinbase, but Coinbase went down to here, went way lower, and they've recovered it, and now it's breaking back above a key level. But Solana outperforming. I'm okay with it. Yep, the so much demand, possibly, this is the arrow, that the sellers just couldn't test 130 again, 124. They couldn't do it. They've always done it over and over and over again over the past 4 or 5 months. But this time on the pullback, nope, the bids came in before 130, 124 was tested. So that could be a subtle sign of strength. So far, it's been good. You're right back above the 200-day simple moving average. Are you above the 50? I think. Yep, you just broke the 50 yesterday on a Saturday. Today, you're like back testing the 50. Holy crap. All right. Meat's back on the menu, boys, for Solana, maybe. Where it like kind of went neutral on the crash. Nothing held supports like Sol did. Nothing. BNB broke support. XRP broke support, Bitcoin broke support, Ethereum broke support, obviously. Almost everything did. Sol didn't. That's wild. Okay. And speaking of XRP, down 1.5%, went higher high. Like you still aren't even making a higher high locally. July 17th, the high gets put in. Same high on the close, and then like a lower high on the close before, and then even here, here's a lower close than just on the 8th. I mean, it's fine. It looks better than Ethereum, technically speaking, you know, but maybe they put in another higher low and we go test 63 cents again. Maybe they're just absorbing supply. It's really hard to chart a heart rate monitor, chat. It just is. It's just not easy charting garbage like this. Is just terrible. Terrible price action. So yeah, if you want to, I'm not playing it. Like in terms of like trying to swing trade this, good luck. You're not. There's no edge or anything. And are there any predictable patterns or anything? I like the higher low. I guess that's one redeeming quality about it. So maybe eventually they break this level and we head to 73, 76 cents. And it'd be the first time since March. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, let's look at total real quick. And by the way, the stock market futures are up and they're all down. Futures down, you know, 0.1% or so. This is a future, and we got to talk about, man, the stuff I was tweeting about. Oof. I don't know. The Rust 2000's up 0.606%. All right, Jonathan, you doing okay, man? Everything good out there in Total World? Wow, maybe not.
I like turtles.
Whoa, dude, I got big problems with my stream deck today. What the? Wow. What the? Where did everything? Dude, Windows were so stupid, dude.
I have some evidence Danbury Pig could be in this area.
Okay, anyway, I was just trying to go to total, man. God. Total market cap. Here it is. Beautiful equidistant. Just hanging around for the weekend. I mean, 21 minutes have all stayed the same. It would be the highest daily candle close since August 1st. It's nice. And as you can see on Bitcoin, a complete and utter failure to break that key level. I mean, it was never going to be easy, and you got to be skeptical, even with the test. It's like, congrats on testing, man, and you're breaking above it, but like, you have to close above it. You have to catch follow through. They didn't do any of that. So weekly on total. So woefully below levels that Bitcoin's above or testing, right? You see this high from May 2021, resistance. God. It was most recently formally resistance again, and they broke it, they back tested it, and then it collapsed. Then a level from history got regarded as support, and they bounced it. So you can't really be too excited about total market cap until they're recapturing $2.4 trillion. I mean, that's really on total. You can't be excited until we make a higher high than the previous high. It's been, here's your high, here's your low, here's your lower high, here's your lower low, here's your lower high, here's your lower low, same low, whatever on the candle closes, which is kind of good. Okay, time to break 240, time to break the July 15th high. And it was all a bad dream. Going for the highest weekly close since July 22nd, not really a big deal. $64,553 20 minutes ago, but at the highs just of this live stream, Bitcoin was at $65,046. Bitcoin saw 65K for the first time moments ago since August 2nd. And so now down 500 points from that pinnacle. Could have been a contender, man. Just kidding. Imagine thinking there's going to be a breakout. All right, got to look at Tron real quick because Tron is going for glory. Went up and tested one of its highest levels ever, its second highest level ever, which was the high from May of 2021. Tron, yep, here it is. Going for the highest daily candle close since, my God, oh my, no way. Chat, we have 19 minutes until Tron is putting in its highest daily candle close in history. What? What S coin is doing that in the world with a formidable market cap? None. It's only Tron. Psychotic, man. Breaching the 886. Obviously going for the highest weekly candle close ever too, right? It's the daily. It's got to be the weekly. Of course. I mean, it wouldn't even be close. This is going to be history. 18 minutes, chat. You ready? Tron Connect. Taking over the world. Yeah, not Ton. Ton's dev got arrested or something. So did the Telegram dev, right? Those main guys are getting wrecked. Ton, top 10 market cap coin, or was before the crash. I don't know if I ever got an alert that went off again on it. It was very close to death in terms of technicals, like this level. Oh my god. Well, where's the data, man? Where's the chart with the data?
Trons. Hey Song is the communist national anthem.
True. Thank you, Dwight. Bears beats and Battlestar Communist Chinese. Thank you, dude. We got some screaming going on. Yeah, there it goes. I mean, and it's gone. Can we play the clip? And it's gone. Yep. If you didn't believe how real the level was, maybe you do now. If you didn't believe it on Friday, maybe you'll believe it on Sunday. Twice now. Too much supply at that level. They've pinned it. They're not going to let it go above that, because we know what happens above that level. Bullish pandemonium. All right, here's your Ton coin weekly. I don't even know if I ever look at the weekly. Bearish golden candle confirmed in 16 plus minutes. Going for the lowest weekly close since April. My head and shoulders. They've recovered it off the lows though. Yeah, there you go. They did it, dude, didn't they? This is such a real peak. See, it's these two highs from November and December 2021, right? What was once resistance has flipped to support once and maybe twice locally. It's kind of rough though. I mean, like, you're gonna long a confirmation low after such an insane run up, and then and then a lower high in the previous one high, the second high, the third high. It's like, you know all about it, right? The third high here, back test this high as resistance after the up thrust, and it's the rule of three rolled over, and now this high is substantially lower than these highs. So the composite man, it looks like it's still offloading his position with the lower highs. But they are trying to hold on by the grace of God with this terrible catalyst. They got alerts set up out the yin yang. Maybe it had a nice rally just because Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin was down at like 63.8 when we were seeing 537 on Ton coin. So whatever. I guess we look like Doge and Shiba since we're looking at Tron and Ton coin. Doge down 2%. I mean, they recaptured 11 cents, which is not a joke. I mean, it's very real. Look, it's resistance recently. Now you're above it. Very real. Look, it was resistance, major reversal point in December 2022. Look, it was a major reversal point in February and March of 2022. Look at the outcome when the buyers defended it as support for the first time ever. Resistance, reversed. They're recapturing it, and you're above it. So I don't know if it's going to hold, but for now they're trying to hold it. So rejoice in that very small piece of data on Doge in a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Most recent discernible event, the lowest low. Going for the lowest high of downtrend for now. Oscillator is not really showing anything. Meh. Shiba probably in the same boat. Shiba's down almost 3%. I mean, they held the level, right? My God, they held that level. It was death if they didn't. So, multiple times it's been, I mean, it's just a level of inflection. So, but, okay, now you're in between two big levels. So it's like, are you going to run to 1700, 1800? Or are you just going to sell off and retest 1300 again? Because we know below this level, it's like 800. Downtrend. Most recent discernible event, the lowest high of downtrend, and then right now they're working on the lowest high, and that will be It will be the lowest high until they break almost 2,000, which is 2/1000ths of a penny or something stupid, something very worthless. Yeah. Most altcoins are down today. Tron being the only one of note. I mean, FTM's up 2.4%, but who cares? It's still working on its lowest high. It's up against the supply line now. It will, for sure, if they don't break the supply line, if they don't break this horizontal line support resistance at 53 cents, then it will end up being hidden bearish divergence. But yeah, you just got the lows, the lower lows, and then they're just rallying it. It's just like a short squeeze. Buyer inducing rally. Yeah, hard to trust these, man. You can't, it's very hard to trust assets that just like, well, if their most recent thing was the lowest low, there's no evidence that someone's accumulating. We know there's like evidence that people are distributing the asset. The lowest low, before that was the lowest high, before that was a lower low, and then before that was a lower high, over and over and over again. Distribution. I don't know, I mean, like any other S coins. Let me pull up, let me get that request out of the way, since we don't really have any sort of breakout that's going to happen. It's definitely confirmed failed. I mean, are we going to break, you know, in 12 minutes we're going back over 65K? Probably not, but we'll be here for it. Oh, Venitra is that chart I'm looking at, not the one with all the data. Do I need to look at another one? Tell me the exchange and I'll go to it. Let's see. Yeah, we had like one request, one contribution. It was for D-dubs, AITX. Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions Incorporated. Ooh, oof. Very gross, man. This is terrible. I don't like this crap at all. No way, man. First off, on Friday, you had it's very illiquid. You can tell by the candles. I don't know why it says 66 million. There's no way. But lowest, I mean, pretty much the lowest daily candle close since April. Below the 200 moving average, probably below the 50. Look at this trend, man. It's like an S coin. It's like an altcoin. It's, I mean, it's a little better than an altcoin, I guess, because a low than a higher low. Well, look, I mean, you put on these three valleys and you have these spikes, and they always end up being lower. They're just like short squeezes. That's what it looks like. Short squeezes, and then they conclude always lower than previous highs, and they roll over again and make lower lows. So I'm not really sold on this. I don't like this trend at all. And yeah, I would just hit the space bar and continue on looking. I mean, what about this is that intriguing besides, oh, well, it's pretty much at its lowest level in 4 years. Oh, it's like the XRP to Bitcoin chart. Always looking like trash. I don't know.
Hey traders, no actionable setup on VRSC yet. It's been pumping nicely. Wait for the next crypto dump and correlate the support to the grand old inverted H&S. 3 years in the making. Nothing guaranteed, like any trade setup. Respect the DA.
And it's really gone, right? 64,265, 10 minutes ago. So what is that? From the top. Yep, down $777. Make a wish. That's weekend stuff, but I love it because it just shows how real levels are, and it's like where in history there was supply, there very well could be supply at that exact same spot years upon years, decades later. And it is definitely being proven today and Friday. I mean, I don't like this. This is just like, do I see structures? Not really. I don't think three rising valleys. The harmonic. Nah, not really. I'm good. Like, I'll just not trade this. But he wanted to see, he said accumulation ongoing. Accumulation happens in downtrends. This was maybe, not even accumulation. Yeah. He wanted the daily. Well, that's what I'd look at anyway on this, right? We'll go to the weekly. Just to show you that I appreciate the contribution. Terrible, right? Lowest weekly candle close since early April. Lowest high in the history of this asset most recently. I'm good, man. Like, you can take your shot, but I'm gonna do something else with my money, I guess. Thank you. Egg was talking about Litecoin. He was like, how bearish does Litecoin look? It's like, it didn't look very good, did it? But my Litecoin, it's different, dude. No, 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 no. This is so bearish looking. Oh my God, dude. Now they confirming it. So you have a bearish 5-0. And now look at this, man. Is it once and now twice that I can see? Dude, that is just, I hope it, like, okay, man, like, we're just gonna pump, dude. But that right there is like short it, short this S. And it's like, we're not saying that we know it's going down next. But I am saying that if you were to short Litecoin right now, it's good risk management, right? Stop loss at like, at this point, you know, I know we talked about maybe just shorting it immediately without, this is confirmation now. This is like, you can see it, 1 and 2, and you're below the level, and a bearish and golden candle will be confirmed in 7 minutes. Like, it's probably not going to play out if Bitcoin continues higher, right? Which it very well could. But dude, that is, you know, the trend is your friend, bearish trend. We have a bearish harmonic structure, a bearish 5-0. We got forms of confirmation, and we're below the level of all levels. This level, $66 is everything. And you're trying to tell me you're below it and you're just going to ignore that? You're psychotic, man. You're crazy. We'll institutionalize you for not thinking this is a good risk management play for downside, right? And the target would just maybe be like $55, maybe just $50. It's not like we're saying end of the world for Litecoin, just like, again, I mean, all right, we got a bearish and golden candle. Fine, stop it right here, maybe. Okay, and then can we get a 3-to-1 just going with that candle close? Shoot, man, you really could. You're close enough to it, right? Look at that. That simple. And the next target would be $50. So it's not about being right or wrong. It's just about identifying what trend you're in, then looking for structures that are bearish or that are lined up with that trend, right? So if you're in a bearish trend, you're looking for bearish patterns and bearish trends, forms of confirmation at key inflection points, confirmed closes below those levels. You got it all right here. Do we have hidden bearish divergence? From this high, I mean, I see this peak right here and this peak substantially lower. From this high to this high, it's hidden bearish divergence. This is not the same high, it doesn't look like. You could probably go to a lesser time scale and it'd be even more amazing. Like an undeniable, oh my God, dude. Like, are you kidding me? The 12-hour is spectacular and it's so real of hidden bearish divergence. There's no controversy here. Look at that, man. You gotta be kidding me. Yep, bearish as F on Litecoin until, right? Because I'm not acting like I know we're going lower next. I'm just saying the argument for downside is best until you rally back above $68. Above $68, that means you're taking out both of these little peaks that have been painted. You're back above the key inflection point from history where we could run to $77. But when you're below it and you're confirming that you're below it and you have a bearish edge on a somewhat significant time scale, the 12-hour, you have a lot of downside potential. Okay, you just do. And third target could be, God, you don't want to see that. It's probably, what is it? I mean, maybe 46, but you could go with $40 as well. So, come up with a bullish argument. Come on, use traditional technical analysis to refute
you did
my
say
argument.
the other day
You can't.
that BTC could very well get rejected from these type of levels. Looking more and more like you're right about that.
There's no, like, I'm not trying to be right or wrong ever. I'm just trying to tell you, like, levels matter and price action correlates to levels. Sometimes it's broken, sometimes it's not. But we're just looking for structures to develop at these key levels like Litecoin's kind of doing right now. Right? if this stop loss was to be triggered at $68, you no longer have an argument to be short on the asset because of what happens when the level of $66 is defended. For real, they take it at $77 minimum always. So it's just an argument. You just have a congregation of variables that imply lower prices. Get wrecked, Litecoin. I mean, that's all I can say. Get wrecked. Type in the chat, though. I mean, that's traditional. If it was all, you understand, please understand, if I flipped the effing chart over, I'd be saying the same thing. Hidden bullish divergence in an uptrend. A key level from history, the most important level in the entire chart. They're confirming a bottom here. You got to realize, like, that's like the way the Ethereum Classic trade was. Remember? The ETC chart. Is that the one? No, that might be a different one. That one played out too. But that's not the confirmation low one. What the? Dang, I didn't save that one. Give me a sec. I'll find it though. Maybe that one was it. Here it is. I do declare. Yeah, this was the St. Barth's Ethereum Classic trade, and it's identical. All right, so think about it. All right, ETC. This is back in April, late April. So like the trend was your friend, right? You had reverse trends. You were in an uptrend. A key level from history was regarded as support once. But then twice, they confirmed it. Are you kidding me? Confirming a level in an uptrend as support above the 200 moving average? They're just like, okay, I guess it's not going to do the play-by-play. Okay, sorry. Oh, wait, this is 2021. That's not even the one. Okay, so maybe it was the other one. Sorry, this was... So that one goes back too far, I guess, for play-by-plays to work. All right, let me pull this one up then. Right here. Okay, so I don't think this is the one though. Yeah, January. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, so we didn't have a form of confirmation here. I'm kind of confused about what was it, man? I mean, this one. Yeah, that one got one and almost pretty much two, and then it was over. You know, sometimes you don't get three, but no, which one was it, dude? I swear to gosh, man, like we had this, the confirmation. My music stopped too, so. All right, we got less than 1 minute, okay? To the weekly close. Stream Deck is effed. I can't play my sound clips, man. What the? Was it Ethereum Classic that had the confirmation low then? It must have been another S coin that I'm thinking about, and I'm just like memory gapping right now. That ETC one was good, but oh no, it was Filecoin. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is, I gotta show you. This is the Litecoin argument is identical to this. All right, let me show you. Sorry. Dude, these S coins, man, they're all the same. They're like, oh, what is it? Some scam coin? All right, Filecoin, right? You're in a well-established uptrend. You're back testing a key level inflection as support not once but twice, right? It was beautiful. I'm talking the exact same as the inverted Litecoin chart right now. So clearly, 1, 2, 3, all targets get hit off of that confirmation low. You know, it succeeded. Congrats. Whatever. That happens sometimes. If you don't have a trading plan, when do you exit? You don't. You just get wrecked when it dumps and concludes, right? So that's what we got going on right now on Litecoin, but it's inverted, okay? Inverted. All right, so Jesus chimes. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Highest weekly candle close confirmed since July 22nd. Meh. Highest daily candle close confirmed. technically since August 1st. I mean, Friday was the same, then Saturday was higher than Friday, and then Sunday was higher than Saturday. And that's it. This is your daily, what the price action looks like. Can't tell me this level isn't real, right? Tron's still going. Yeah. Oh, let's go back to Tron real quick because there's nothing in the world of crypto that's doing Tron. Okay, nothing. Highest daily candle close on Tron. I could have sworn that. Yeah, you're right. Maybe there was a. I thought in 2021 Tron went higher than what it did in 2017. Am I crazy? It did, man. See, yeah, like look, 2018, maybe not. Maybe it did go higher. I can't remember. Anyone else? Oh, where's the one with all the data? I thought it was. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, this is a F chart. Okay, so yeah, I guess in 2017 there was something else. It was much crazier. Okay, so the highest daily candle close on Tron was actually January 2018 at 22.3 cents, as someone, a member of the audience said. Okay, there it is. So that's not all-time highs, but it is still insane. It still is absolutely psychotic. All these years later. Yeah, it's a long way to go. So let's just say it was the highest daily candle close on Tron. Actually, it was very close. Yeah, highest daily candle close on Tron, since January 7th, 2018. So like the 5th highest daily candle close ever on Tron Connect. Okay. All right. I had forgotten about all that, man. Yeah, 2018, 2017 was crazy. But most altcoins did not make... Oh, no, actually a ton of altcoins did take out their 2017, 2018 highs, but then we know a lot didn't, like XRP. In 20, didn't have their supply out in 20. Yep, memories work. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, I mean, if you want to look at Ethereum again, there's no point. It's garbage, dude. It's just technically trash. I mean, like outside of the breaking of that 4-hour structure, I think there's more upside. More upside potential, not more upside potential. 200 on the 4 hours right there at 28.29, 28.9 or 2,900, 3,000, all candidates. Sure. But just nothing. I mean, it's all about presenting an argument like, hey man, I have finite money, so I can only put it in finite amount of assets. So I'm looking for the best argument. And it's like, if one argument is garbage compared to the other one, you'd probably be putting your money in the one that's not garbage, the best argument, the most compelling. So like, if you made me, like, you have to do it. Like, I would choose Solana over Ethereum any day of the week because of technicals. I would even use I would buy Bitcoin over Ethereum any day of the week because of technicals. Shoot, man, I'd buy BNB any day of the week over Ethereum because of technicals. XRP, oh god, you're gonna make me pick between XRP and Ethereum. That's tough. Heart rate monitor versus, it could do it. It could rally. I don't know about that one. I mean, I guess maybe XRP lately and locally looks better than Ethereum. Bama is coin. Yeah, he said it like that too. You know, it's funny. That Buy My S-Coin event, if y'all remember Logan King in our community, he was at that event. I think he got a picture with him, but it was, I can't believe thinking back that one of our own was hanging out with Justin's son that evening. Okay, nothing impressive about Ethereum. What, the weekly, did we do it? The weekly, highest weekly candle close since July 22nd. Still woefully below some levels. I mean, I need it above 3K, man. Give me above 3K, And that's when we can start talking about way higher prices. But until then, it's just that's your target. And then we'll see how much supply there is. Because you would think that there's an extremely high chance we're going to see 2,900 because market participants broke that key level from history. And they want to confirm that what was once support this year is resistance now, or not. A test, they could fail the test. The sellers could fail the test, and the buyers recapture 3K, and we go beyond. But that's why you think there's a high probability chance we go see 2,900 one way or another. Solana, highest weekly close since July 22nd, like Ethereum, but it's a way different situation because buyers have defended the key level, unlike Ethereum, where this level was broken and they haven't even tested it back as resistance yet. So that shows how leaps and bounds Sol is ahead of Ethereum in technical world. Yes, XRP could eventually do that. Well, I'm saying, when have you ever heard me say that XRP kind of locally lately looks better than Ethereum? No time until kind of this week. Yeah, so whatever you want to say about XRP, it technically, lately, locally looks better than Ethereum. So if you forced me, someone can remind me, set a note. Oh, hey, Ray said he would buy XRP over Ethereum on the date of August 25th, 2024. And then we can come back like 3 months later and see where it's at. So, okay. You finished a progressive trance song? What, you made it, Bombvile? For real? What's up, Joseph? You're late, but it's okay. Mesogamma likes technology. Do you?
Technology. What is that all about? Is it good or is it whack?
It's underperforming. So it's neither. Underperforming the S&P 500, like the XLK, the QQQ. Remember, the S&P 500 made its highest close ever. You make music. That's really cool, man. You should make a deep progressive house song related to this community so we can have another one. I mean, like, on my stream deck that's not working right now. I mean, no one's been able to rival Frivet Gang that we haven't heard from or seen in years, but that song is awesome. I dare you to one-up that if you can. And we'll play it all the time. We'll play it right after the Hay song. We're making all-time highs. So, yeah, sure. Okay, interest rates are coming. Interest rate cuts are coming. I tweeted about this. We go back to yesteryear, way back to yesteryear. Shoot, I have to redo this. Yes. Interest rates cut September 18th, 2007. That was the day, and assets ripped higher on that news, right? And so for the next, after the news, after the actual cut, you had a 23-day, about 3-week run, little rally, one last rally to make an all-time high, above the previous all-time high, which was just in July of 2007, months before. And what happened? It went up 2.8%, all-time high, and then you had an upthrust through a zone. This is what we'll be looking for, okay? This is what I was looking for in 2022, and we found it. So they upthrusted through the all-time high level, the zone, and then failed. And then what'd they do? They rallied and they reconfirmed this zone that was once a supply zone. They confirmed it as a supply zone again. That's what we'll be looking out for in the coming months. If history is going to repeat itself, right? We're going to try our best to decipher. We're going to look for price action that could maybe tell us what's maybe coming next. But after that bearish back test, you had a mega drawdown. What was it? I mean, since the test, since that big red candle, I mean, even since the red candle rejection, you know, it went down another 7%, rallied, and then all of a sudden a lower high than the previous high, lower lows than the previous lows, sold off, then a lower high, a local lower high, rejecting the 200-day simple moving average. These are all bearish things. This is what we'll be looking for. If the price action starts doing this, this is when you start getting really concerned. And then from there, another mega markdown, and then sideways from January 2008 all the way to May 2008. Oh, garbage. And then what they do, we'll be paying attention. That 200 was once again rejected woefully after making its lowest high of new established downtrend. Then another markdown to a lower low, lower high, and then the crash.
Thank you, Mitch and chat.
2-year long event, really. What's up, HP Shifta? Thank you for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate the first super chat of the day. Guarantee it'll be the last. I'm calling it now. My God, anyone see Florida State? Sorry if you're a Seminole. Man, DJ, time to find a job. Whatever your quarterback name is. Transferred all over the country just to get wrecked in Ireland. So, yeah, that's the rate cuts. They cut rates 50 basis points on September 18, 2007. So it is like almost 100% chance rate cuts are coming next month, which just happens to line up with 07. So we're going to see what happens. We'll be paying attention to it daily, man. All right. Anyway, just a little look back, tripping through time. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Remember just recently what happened. Crazy V-shaped recovery to all-time highs on the weekly. It was maybe the second highest daily candle close ever. Bullish inside bar painted on Friday, which is crazy. That's like you had a bearish engulfing candle and it flipped into a bullish inside bar. So not really a very it's not a valid bearish engulfing candle really, because there's no follow through. It's not invalid yet, but very close. Okay. Someone's like drilling somewhere. Hopefully y'all cannot hear this. The Tower of Beradur, maybe. I mean, they've just confirmed what was once resistance support as resistance. Once on Friday, twice on Sunday. So maybe if a pullback happens here, it's not really that. I mean, what if they back test 61.7? They could. You were just floating up here in the middle of the zone.
Mitch, Russell 2000 breaks out. Think that will also pump crypto? Second super.
Crypto hit list. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Russ 2000 breaks out. Will also pump crypto. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. But we can look at the Russ 2000, which it certainly did have a break back in. I mean, you have a 230, 234 target. That's the top of the. It's like the big zone from history in 2021 was 209 to 230. All right, you look back and you see, yep, that's probably a good area to target for, 230 to 234. So the breakout, I mean, it's like, what do you mean breakout? Like all-time high breakout? Geez, that's a long way away. That's up here. But yeah, your trend's good. Higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. And then same low is good. Confirmation low. Held 200. All the bids were the 200-day moving average, just like on all the other index funds, or at least the S&P and the Qs. So up 3+%. not very often you see 3+% days. You had one in July. You had one on the 5th. Once again on Friday. So beautiful. Eric, not really these days. I used to more, but the lesser thans, yeah, not as much these days. Yeah, just tell me this level is not real. Go ahead and tell me it's not real. Pfft. Beyond real. Hope we can break it though. Yeah, so far just in between 63,588, 64,899, oscillating, breaking one way or another. I mean, if you're momentum driven and your momentum's on the upswing, then there could definitely be more upside. We know 66.7 is a 78% retrace from the previous high to low. So valid target up there, but you just may never get there if there's just too much supply at this very real level. I mean, historical context. And lately, you know, just like it's been support in April, it's been resistance in May, it's been resistance in June, early July, right? It's been even support in July. So it's such a real level. You just got to wonder if they'll break it or not, or we have to pull back and put it in a higher low. If this is a reversal point, which I'm not saying it is, if it was, all we'd be looking for is a higher low than the previous discernible low at 57.5. You do that and everything's kind of okay, but then you might just start to be talking about some sort of bearish consolidation. Like you don't want to, you know, oh, is it a bear flag? You know, if they paint it like that, well, yeah, or a rising wedge. You don't want to reverse here. Anyway, cautious optimism for now. And we just think about, like, they keep sending money, they keep printing money, they keep doing all the government, central banks are just doing things to weaken the purchasing power of the US dollar. You think at some point something's got to give on this asset. Something. It's a global, man. It's not just the US, it's everywhere in the world. They keep buying, they keep owning this, they keep taking more of it, putting in cold storage.
This is now the last super chat. I just took that Litecoin short and it started to pump.
Wayne.
Smile.
That's good. That's good. Hopefully it liquidates you, Capo. Yeah, 0.2% is certainly a pump. Thank you for the last super chat. Confirmed, right? We certainly will not have another super chat. Wayne Batson has decreed it. Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, what do you think? Of course it could come up to 65.76 to test it, right? They just broke it. So rally and test that level again. Confirm it as resistance for real. And then let's roll over. I mean, there's no way this dumps if Bitcoin keeps rallying, you know? Again, it's not about being right. It's just about risk management. It's just about structures and price action and trends and all those things, right? Taught here. Like, we don't know if it'll play out. Could easily fail. They keep pumping it, dude. In a downtrend, really? You want to fight the trend and like, oh, after a confirmation high and trading below $66, time to long. That's crazy. If you played the numbers game doing that on traditional assets, you would eventually lose all your money. Because you're like inversing like the truest form of technical analysis, right? Like, I think it's more probable of downside based on this, but that means there's still some sort of probability that it could rally and break back above $66 and keep going to $76. There's always a chance, man. I mean, they're all like, to the most you're probably getting is a 70% increase chance. Like, that's probably the high end, 75% chance. So that still means like, oh, what if there's a 25% chance that it could break upward? That's not zero. Could easily still do that. Like, you're playing poker and you have a 75% chance to win the game, to win the pot on the turn, and the card that the opponent needs hits on the river, and all of a sudden it made them, and you now have a 0% chance of winning. Like that's like when you get stomped out. Like, there was the probability, the math was on your side this time, but variances occur all the time. A variance. or you have the edge, you're winning, and you can still get sucked out on, and that's what happens here too. DXY, we didn't look at that today. Oh my god, it's disgusting, dude.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Well, yeah. Approaching the low. I mean, you got the lowest daily candle close on Friday since July of 2023. But you are like, whoo, melting down, dude. So soon approaching 100. If you break 100, well, that's where things immediately $97. I mean, that's most likely where you go after 100 is 97. And that's near the bottom of that channel you've been in since 2009. Yes, Crypto Savior, exactly. And then, you know, when you are homeless, come back into stream and call me wrong and say it's my fault. Yeah, that's kind of what happens. Or it's just crazy, man. Like, you know, I'm not ever making calls, but it's like, hey, man, there are all these bearish variables showing up on Bitcoin July 25th or 24th, and it's like, this is the worst thing to ever happen to Bitcoin. And then we crashed 35 or 30% in 6.5 days, and no one talks about that. But like, when I'm like, well, no, we don't really have an edge now because the crash just happened. The TA was respected, and we're just sideways for 3 weeks now on the 4 hour. It's kind of neutral, and then we break upward, and then these losers come in. They're like, dude, you were bearish. It's like, no, I was like, I don't act like I know where we're going. We don't have any time scale that's giving us an edge right now because we just crashed. And it takes a lot of time for this bearish Garley, 886 Garley, to develop on the DXY. Dude, it took forever. On the daily. It took freaking 200 days for this Gartley to complete. And then if you wanted a type 2 return, you'd have to go out 267 days. That's what we look for a real edge. Bitcoin did that. Bitcoin gave us that edge. Good God, it was like there wasn't one variable implying we were going higher. The probabilities are extremely elevated. We were going way lower on July 29th, 28th, 29th, whatever. It was really the 29th, the worst one. It didn't happen. And it's like, no one sings praises there when the TA is respected. No one sang praises with the type 2 return of a bearish shark when that was identified. No, people only want to talk crap when there's no edge. I'm looking at a 4-hour chart and we're just trying to assess, like, yeah, they're holding the level, but it's terrible price action. But then they put in a local lower high. I don't really. You said this. Hey, man, I'm watching a live stream for free. And he doesn't monetize. I'm still going to complain.
Is the Bart Simpson one. Are we going to see it on BTC? Smiley face. Have a great week, Mitch.
A Bart Simpson on Bitcoin would be probably a run down to 65. Maybe 61.1. That'd be your Bart Simpson. I don't think that even that Bart, right? That's the square ups, right? They run it up and then they mark it down to right where that they started taking off, so the exchanges can offload their position at a break even price because they have to short because people buy and they go long, they're shorting it. So it's like they would push the price down to offload their position, break even. This is where the square up would be there. So I mean, maybe, dude, I'm not acting like I know. We're just oscillating on price in between a major inflection zone. So it's like you break 63.588, probably going to 61.7. If you break 64.9, probably going to 66.7. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday. What's up, Brooklyn? What's going to happen with the GDP? We're near recession. Yeah, we are near recession. I don't know. All these like indicators are flashing, saying we're going into recession. It's happening. They're just keeping it, everything, the Fugazi, they're keeping it propped up till the election. And then they're going to determine like what happens after the election, I guess. We know interest rates are imminent at this point. Interest rate cuts are imminent at this point. 3 of them before the end of the year. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not really looking to forecast off that. I'm just looking at technicals, right? Like, and if we are going to top out, hopefully it's not just a complete collapse. Hopefully it's like 2022 and 2007. Both of those tops, they gave us forms of back tests, confirmation, lower highs, lower lows before things got really ugly. So you had a chance to maybe allocate strategically to protect yourself, because what we know about these markets, there are times to make money and there are times not to lose money. You don't have to go short. You can just go cash, right? Protect yourself. And these like lower highs after 2 peaks, like, you know, like it was so perfect back in 2022. It was amazing. It was a dream. Yeah, like it was so nice. Really here too. I think it was better on the Dow Jones maybe. But yeah, kind of like this level, this 2007, the same thing happened, right? They up thrusted through it and then they kind of back tested it and fell back below it. And it's like, all right, that's a lower high. You had a drawdown, but then you had a rally here and then a second one. And these 2 highs, this confirmed that way less market participants were involved with the index fund than we had in January of 2022. And then that's when the meltdown began. And then it was just lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Look at the 200 back test, just like in 07. You got the same type of 200-day moving average back test in 2022. So we'll be looking for stuff like that and looking for confirmation highs, distribution, lower lows, right? Here's a high, here's a low, here's a lower high, here's a lower low. Here's the pretty much the exact same high. They rivaled each other. And then you had this, look at this little back test right here too. I mean, just as they had up thrusted through it, they confirmed it. Yeah, it's actually really resistance now. Buy, get destroyed. These are things, if you check the markets every day, you can identify these things. Little bitty subtle pieces of information, data, whatever. Can help you determine. And if you go back to those streams in 2022, man, it was just bearish, 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 bearish. Everything's lower highs, lower lows. Everyone in the world screaming bearish, recession. I don't know, dude. I'm not here to call recessions. That TA doesn't do that. TA doesn't. I mean, we're just trying to identify the psychology of buyers and sellers. And right here, you don't really have anything, right? You don't have. Oh, you have a V shape. You have the highest low, pretty much, literally in the history of the S&P 500. They got put in. Still, like way above the 200-day moving average. Everything's good right now, kind of. Come on, man. Let's see this RSI, Bitcoin daily. You got to break 60, man. We'll test it again. So it's like pretty much when Bitcoin was breaking 60 on the RSI earlier in the stream, but that was when Bitcoin was breaking 64.9. Such an interesting coincidence that the key level of price is the threshold of the bullish control zone on the daily RSI. Wow. So I just have another alert set up. If you're starting to hear the beep, dang, man, they're attempting, they're trying, man, to break the level. We will see. Oh, hey, what's up, Composite Operator? Thank you for the 20. Well, we have Market Participant on Twitter, and we have Composite Operator on YouTube. Thank you, dude. We can look at ME. And we will do it right now. Me. 23andMe. Awful. Oh my God, it's so bad. Wow, this is the worst thing. This is terrible. That's up 4.2% on Friday.
Is that a joint?
But you understand, intraday, lowest price in the history of this chart. Thursday was the lowest daily candle close in the history of this chart. Key support, I get key support. Newly manufactured support was broken. Whichever way you want to look at it. I don't know if this one or this one, whatever. Just bad. Yes. And then you would say this is a extremely bearish wave structure. If they recapture 40 cents, maybe we'll talk about a more significant recovery. But this is really bad, right? This is like a 95%, 93% retrace at the lower high on C, and that's a deep crab. So 1618 target. 1618 would be. My God, it's all right. Trying to get it. That's around 18 cents. That's your target here. That's all I see. The only thing I see is extremely bearish wave structure. It's almost like if you flipped it over, this is the gold chart. What? This is gold. Remember, the same wave structure, but just on the opposite side. So yeah, buckle up, get ready for lower prices to continue. The trend is your friend, right? So what's the problem? Send it lower, man. Way lower. Like, if you were gonna complete this wave structure, eventually you got another 44% downside. If they recapture, I mean, so this is a valid wave structure until buyers take the price of 53 cents out, because then it's like, oh, we can't have XABC anymore because now we don't know. But like this is a valid idea until that level is taken out by buyers. Not really great, man. Sorry, this is so awful. 23andMe, man. You know they do your ancestry, and clearly it's not doing well. According to their earnings in the past year, they don't make money. They lose money. That's all they do is lose money. Ethan Ging, maybe, man. FTM said bearish setup. Maybe. You're up against supply line. You're up against horizontal line. You got, if they start selling off here, hidden bearish divergence will develop. It's a little early, but yeah, I mean, you could have a tight stop. You could just cut your losses at 54 cents. It's 52 cents, so 2 cents. You lose 2 cents per coin, and your downside would be you would gain 8 cents. So that's like 3 to 1, right? Again, it'd be better to have a local top, like a local confirmation high. This high could be confirmation. There's no way this trade setup plays out if Bitcoin goes higher sooner, right? Like right there, and then right there. Okay, my God, it's like 8 to 1. I thought it was 3 to 1. Oof. It was 6 to 1. Okay, it's way better. I mean, that's the way you'd play it. You don't lose. You lose almost nothing, and you gain. Right? What is the percentage you would yield on this short? 24% on your money, non-levered. 24 to like 28%. Yeah, Litecoin's probably better just because that little local confirmation.
Lucid, please.
But again, if Bitcoin keeps going, nothing's going lower. Like short term, nothing. Riata Lifestyle, thank you for the 2132. Lucid. Look at Lucid, thank you. Yeah. Probabilities. Looks gross. But what happens if Bitcoin moons? Then this goes higher. You get it? This fails. Like you break back above $66 easily, and it continues. Short squeeze continues. If we're going to like 66.7, there's no way the price of Litecoin stays below $65, $66. So Lucid, which is the Lucid group. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Why were you not requesting this asset earlier this month, man? So abysmal downtrend, but identification, like clearly a structure that would signify maybe there's a composite man accumulating. Yes. Man, there was just, you could have requested this anytime besides last week. Because it's like, okay, the old all-time low from the beginning of the year was violated. They recaptured it, reconfirmed it, then a higher high, then a pullback, then a higher low. Yeah, that's pretty nice, man. But where could we go? Good question. Those are a few levels. I would say 529, 615, probably be some targets up there. But yeah, and it's really like this though. I mean, more than the momentum shift, it's like you see it, right? One, and they're proportionate too. 1, 2, and then 3. Third valley. That's sexy. I mean, that's really nice there, isn't it? Confirmation line of this is really where you are right now, 425, 430. You break that, then your target is 530, 615 plus. Nice structure there, man. They are proportionate valleys to each other, discernible by many market participants and bots. Show pump. Sorry, there is no pump on Bitcoin. Just there was one, and then it's sideways all weekend, and remaining that way. They've got it pinned right now. Gold still looks really good here, man. Thursday was like, what? Then they rallied it on Friday, and now you are, I mean, going for, like, right now, gold. If it closed the day, the new day, 20 more hours, but if it closed right now or higher, where it is right now or higher, then it'd be all-time highs on the close. Gold is not done yet. Not done yet, dude. Remember the wave structure we just looked at on 23andMe? Same one here, but inverse. Bullish wave structure. There you go, see? 25, 60 or so. Like flipped it. Oh, hey dude, it's the, look, it's 23andMe's chart. Oh yeah, gross. You don't short, hey man, look again, like if you have a strategy, a trading plan set up, you have a, I mean, like you're shorting at key levels where your losses are inherently minimal and your downside potential is great, go with it. If your trend's bearish, then you have a reason to, but like, yeah, money printer's going to go burr. But the money printer's kind of been going burr, and altcoins are garbage. Like the money printer's going burr and none of the money is going into these trash loser scam coins. 99% of them, they're jokes, man. Yeah, I've not looked at top. Now, I'm really hungry. I've been live an hour, 40 minutes, so I think we're going to get out of here. Just Sunday stream, man. Sometimes I'm live, sometimes I'm not. But it's been a fun one, hanging out with y'all. Always is. And a little bit more upside before we see just the top of the channel, which would be right at 66.3-ish. Which is around the 786, the previous high to low. So that's like your upside potential. Not much more before it starts getting maybe a little turbulent, you know? Even though you still have this very, very real historical inflection point that we have not broken yet. So that's what I'm saying. Like Mordor. You got, okay, we go from the Shire to Mordor. All this stuff has to happen. Buyers have to do all these things, break all these freaking stupid levels. And they're on the way, but not even close, man. All right. Thank you all for coming out. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Educational resources, like-minded individuals. This is where the conversation continues when this live stream inevitably ends. I'll see you in there. So pray that buyers break 64.9. If not, 61.7 probably. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the T. A.